Welcome to Theater 3. I'm Jeff Schmidt, an artistic associate here at the theater, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about this place. It all started in 1961 as the brainchild of the late Texas-born and Texas-educated theater artist Norma Young. Norma then recruited Jack Alder as her co-founder, and they named the venture Theater 3. Jack is still the executive producer-director of this solidly established regional professional theater. As an actress, Norma had both glamour and a giant talent. As a director, she was intensely inspired by the playwrights she championed. The early repertoire included Dallas premieres of plays by Pirandello, Albee, Genet, Pinter, Beckett, Orton, and Giraudoux, as well as new presentations of plays by O'Neill, Inge, Williams, and Miller. The repertoire included classics by Shaw and Shakespeare, and expanded with new translations of Molière, Goldoni, Machiavelli, and Sor Juana de la Cruz. From its very first 1961 season, Theater 3 has produced plays on the minority experience in America, a tradition that has persisted into the present decade when Caroline or Change won the 2007 Best Play Award from the Dallas Morning News. Theater 3 premiered August Wilson's Ma Rainey's Black Bottom to Texas in 1986. Years before Wilson won his first Pulitzer. In May 2009, Theater 3's production of Lost in the Stars, based on South African apartheid, received national attention from the Wall Street Journal's important drama critic, Terry Teachout. Teachout called the production an ambitious act of artistic reclamation and cited the all-Dallas cast for their exciting acting. There's always been a big interest in musicals, new ones particularly, and Theater 3 was an early champion of Stephen Sondheim. Between the 60s and now, Theater 3 has produced almost the entire Sondheim canon. Sondheim himself also was here and conducted a seminar with artists who had been, or were about to be, in one of his projects. Two of his associates, John Weidman and Hugh Wheeler, also traveled to Dallas in conjunction with their projects, Assassins and A Little Night Music. The tradition of involving playwrights in rehearsals inspired several young Theater 3 actors to write. Most notably are two who have won Pulitzer Prizes, Beth Henley for Crimes of the Heart and Doug Wright for I Am My Own Wife. Another actress turned playwright who began her career at Theater 3 is Regina Taylor, author of Crowns and Rain. In 1969, the theater leased facilities in the Quadrangle in the Dallas Uptown District. The new facilities were purchased and expanded in the mid-'80s, concurrently with the area's real estate renaissance that includes hundreds of new businesses and many successful residential developments. Now, almost 5 decades after its founding, Theater 3 is a contemporary, memorable, and artistically significant organization providing over 300 performances a year of up to 14 different productions. Our facility houses more performances than any other arts venue in the city. Our major subscription series runs here on the Arena stage, augmented by an adventurous series in Theater 2, this facility's downstairs studio space. Of the 14 productions in this season, 4 have had their runs extended, adding an additional 19 performances to the season. And beginning June 17th, our 2010-11 season will be just as full. With the exception of one dark weekend at Christmas, there will be 306 performances spread across every week and weekend through the season finale on July the 3rd, 2011. One of the upcoming season's attributes is a significant increase in work weeks for artists. This season there were 79 roles for actors. Next season's shows there will be 125 roles. Because of added rehearsal weeks and longer runs in Theater 2, the number of acting work weeks will jump from 588 weeks this season to 939 next season. Theater 3 is also doubling its use of musicians from 9 positions, generating 47 work weeks, to 18 positions generated by 85 work weeks. New services for subscribers include added pre-performance behind-the-scenes chats with directors and actors, and invitations to attend first rehearsals are designed to amplify the play-going experience. Outreach programs include morning performances for students and midweek afternoon performances for Buston residents of retirement facilities. Theater 3 continued its very long tradition of organizational collaborations by hosting Echo Theater's extended run of the Nibrock Trilogy. and recently provided actors for the Arts District Chorale's presentation at Hammond Hall in the Windspear. For the recent production of Bill W. and Dr. Bob, the story behind the founding of Alcoholics Anonymous, Theater 3 partnered with the Salvation Army. The production ran at over 90% capacity, and donations from our audiences helped the Salvation Army's Women's Auxiliary purchase 800 copies of The Big Book for the Carr P. Collins Social Service Center in Dallas. In this difficult financial environment, our careful budgeting, strong earnings, control of expenses, and diligent board support is critical. In the season now ending, we will not simply meet, but exceed the scope of services of our COP contract with the City of Dallas, and will build our organizational capacities again this year without incurring deficit. When we do all this, we're doing what Norma dreamed of, making a place for writers, performers, and audiences to come together in support of art-enriched lives, a place Norma named Theater 3.